Hi everybody, I am Tracy Sigler. I'm going to be working with you for the management modules for this week and next week. There are 4 modules in terms of kind of an overview and introduction to the topic of management. We'll start out by looking at the organization level, then we'll look at the team level, then we'll look at the individual level to get you started and ready with some basic concepts for the program. So Module 7 starts out with a focus on the organizational structure and thinking about how we design organizations. So you've probably seen an org chart in your own organization or others. So instead of having you buy materials, there are some readings about different ways to structure, and then specifically the STAR model is about organization design, and you'll use that for your written assignment. And then the case study, no, I said that backwards. The case study is your individual assignment, and the STAR model is your discussion board. So, trying to go to the next page. Okay, sorry, little glitch there, and I turned the page. So here is your written assignment. So read the MRC case analysis, look at the chart, and answer those questions. So we can explain behavior, predict behavior, and also influence behavior with the way that an organization is structured. So you may have run into this so far in your organizations. Structure matters, and so you'll hear a lot more about organizational structure and strategy and culture moving forward in the program. So your discussion this week, this is where you're going to use the STAR model. So asking you to identify, describe an organization you know well, and then try to pull out and analyze each of the points of the STAR that go into designing an organization, that should go into designing an organization effectively. Describe the strategy, the structure, the process, the rewards, and the people. And the reading will give you some specific things to look for in those categories. So you don't have to do all parts of structure, or all parts of process, or all parts of rewards. But tell us a little bit about that organization and each of those points. And then really important is number 3, are all those points aligned? Because alignment across those points of the STAR should lead to higher performance in an organization. So the second module in management we're going to look at is teamwork. And so I'm going to assume you've all been a part of a team, whether it's a sports team or a work team or a class team. Some basic concepts here, task versus maintenance, different roles that can be played. Stages of group development, so you put a bunch of people together and they don't automatically become a high-performing team. We know that it takes time, and we know that there are some challenges in teams. So Lencioni talks about the 5 dysfunctions of a team that you have to overcome to be effective. And then we often see conflict in teams and in parts of organization, and so have you take a look at a reading on that. Conflict is not necessarily bad or good, but as a leader you want to be able to manage it most effectively. So the written assignment is about the team's content. So describe a team that you've been a member of. Evaluate the team. So these are specifically relating back to those 3 readings. So 1, from the task and maintenance roles reading, what different roles were played on that team. 2, describe the team in each of the stages of development. If they've not progressed through all the stages, describe what it would look like. How would you know? And then finally, describe the team in terms of the 5 dysfunctions. So starting at the bottom, go through the dysfunctions and tell me if you think those are present in the team. And then finally, what are your recommendations? So based on this analysis and what you've learned from this module, these are just pieces of teamwork, what do you recommend? And then finally, the discussion board for this topic is based on conflict. So once you've read about, and this is probably the most popular model to talk about conflict management styles. Some versions name the quadrants a little bit different, but basically you're choosing from emphasizing the relationship or emphasizing your own personal goal when you're trying to figure out how to best manage a conflict situation. So I've asked you to find a video clip that you believe illustrates one of these styles. Evaluate the situation. Was it the best style in that situation? And then predict, what do you think is your preferred style? So we all have a preferred style, or one that we go to initially, and what we want to be able to do is stop, recognize what our preferred approach is, and then figure out what's the best approach given that situation. So please let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to getting to know you and reading your responses.